Well, hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So, quite recently my account hit a quite big milestone and I breached 2.5 million total base hero rating, and I was kind of waiting for that to happen before I did post an updated account review, and obviously I have done a couple of rank ups and so on and so forth. So yeah, this video is going to be exactly that. We're gonna not spend too much time in kind of like checking out the progression, obviously, because Act 6 is 100%, Abyss is 100%, and pretty much all of the content in the game is 100% outside of classic variant difficulties, which is what I got pulled on last time, and the monthly events. But outside of that, yes, we have all the back issues at 100%, all the special quests at 100%, and Act 6 at 100%. So that is that. We're patiently waiting for next interesting things to drop in the contest. So as far as it goes to my crystal stash, there's absolutely nothing interesting in there at all. I do have some crystals, but yeah, no interesting hero champion crystals, so I'm not gonna spend any time there. Probably we're gonna just straight jump to the most important thing and most interesting thing, the champions. So obviously 2-star champions. It's fun that they added a whole bunch new, so I have been slowly but surely ranking them up. I still have, what, 12 2-stars to max out. I have been quite lazy earning those small catalysts. I should probably pick up the pace on that and then have some fun videos with 2-stars. When it comes to 3-star champions in game, we can see that the only one that I'm missing is Sasquatch, and I have the rest of them, and only Hitmonkey, Tiger, and Black Widow Deadly Origin have not been maxed out yet. So when it comes to 3-stars, I think I'm doing quite well. Can't complain there. Pretty much all but one that are available. 4-stars, I haven't really touched or ranked my 4-stars. Certainly no new maxed out 4-stars. I have stopped investing a bigger tier 4 catalyst in 4-stars ages ago. I think if we count, then that's 36, 48, 54, 55 maxed out 5-stars, sorry, maxed out 4-stars, and then as 4-stars I'm missing only Deadpool, Black Widow Deadly Origins, Guardian, Red Guardian, Sasquatch, and the 4-star Thanos, so quite alright there as well, can't complain. Now things are gonna get a bit more interesting. 5-star champion, so let's count how many maxed out we have. We have 12, 24, 36, 37 maxed out 5-stars, so that's not too bad. I don't expect that number to increase significantly. Now, I will be ranking up some more 5-stars, but it entirely will depend on obviously how these champions are made. For instance, Guardian that's about to come, I'm actually quite interested in getting him, and I'm quite interested in taking him to rank 5 as a 5-star champion. I'm not that fast about him as a 6-star, to be 100% honest, just because he's one of those champions that needs a max signature level, and obviously when you get 6-star champion, it's going to take you far longer and it's going to be far more difficult to actually rank him and sig him up. So initially, for instance, if I were to get a 5-star Guardian, I would max him out, but I have loads of like good champions that I should be kind of like ranking up and or maxing out, but at large I'm just shifting away from ranking any 5-stars and focusing on 6-stars. That being said, obviously I have taken up Red Guardian and Sorcerer Supreme, which I believe to be two of the best champions released in 2020. That is pretty much the reason why I rank them up, just because I think that they are really good, and especially in the case of Red Guardian, again, he's a champion that in my opinion needs SIG 200, so even if I were to get him as 6-star champion, then awakening him and then sigging him up would be significantly more difficult. But with 5-star, as we can see, I have already taken him to max sig, and I can enjoy all the benefits from him. So that's important, very important to actually realize what champions you're ranking and how much they depend on signature level. Like Night Rusher is another great example. For instance, I love the fact that I have maxed out 5-star Night Rusher. He's cool, he's helpful, I use him quite a lot, pretty much everywhere. But as a 6-star, even if I were to dupe him and he was at SIG 20, I would not take him to rank 2 or rank 3, just because his signature ability is so important and having high SIG is so important as well. And if I'm not prepared to kind of like go all in or haven't accumulated very large amount of signature stones, I definitely would not rank up a whole bunch of these champions that I have ranked as 5 stars. But yeah, so we can see which 5 stars we are missing. There aren't that many. So Black Bolt, which is, and Daredevil, which are like super exclusive ones. Deadpool X-Force? Oh no, that's the regular Deadpool. Fair enough. Guardian not released yet. Hitmonkey, Punisher, Sasquatch, Terrax, Wolverine, and Wolverine X-Force. So I'm largely currently hunting for the Terrax from the current featured 5-star Hero Crystal, and the rest of them either that haven't been released to public or are trophy champions, so on and so forth. But at large, I pretty much have a vast majority of the 5 stars, which I'm like super happy about. And yeah, so let's check out the 6 stars now. So when it comes to 6 stars, I actually haven't counted them in a while, so let's do a quick count. So it's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 90, 94. So we're at 94 6 stars. That's not too bad, closing in on 100. It's going to be a big round milestone there. When it comes to rank 3 6 stars, I have 5 of them. I have rank 3 6 star Doom. Doom is currently quite high sig as well already, sig 160. Then I have Nick Fury, Corvus Glaive, which were kind of like my initial rank 3 6 stars. Then I just freshly took Thing as well to rank 3. And when I was ranking Thing, I had basically choice in between Thing, largely, and Human Torch. I went with Thing not only because Thing has slightly higher prestige, but also because Thing is a champion that needs those signature stones, and since a Thing is like one of my initial rank ups, and I knew that I'm going to be dropping in as many signature stones as I possibly can into Thing, I felt much more comfortable in the idea of actually sigging up a champion that really needs those signature stones, opposed to giving all my precious 6-star signature stones Human Torch. Now, eventually I do want to and do plan to take up Human Torch to rank 3 as well, possibly as my next Science 6-star rank 3. But first I want to take up somebody who I actually wanted to give the signature stones to, so I don't have to end up putting all my SIGs in like Human Torch, because I personally believe he doesn't really need it, if at all. But anyways, and Domino is actually rank 3 as well. I kind of rank her up for funsies. I may or may not slightly regret it if Magneto's buff is really cool, because then I would have taken up Magneto. But we'll see how that works out. But anyways, so my rank 3 6 stars would be Dr. Doom, Fury, Corvus Glaive, Thing, and Domino. Warlock is at that high because he's SIG 200, and I'm patiently waiting to form full tech class catalyst, which you're going to get to in a bit. But Warlock's definitely going to be the first tech champion that I'm taking up, because he's SIG 200 and it's going to be a significant boost in my prestige. When it comes to champions that I have taken to rank 2 as 6 stars, so that would be this entire second lane, plus Warlock. So we have Warlock, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Wasp, Iron Man, Infinity War, Carnage, Massacre, Human Torch, Heimdall, and Red Hulk as well as rank 2. Very recently duped and actually gotten my Silver Surfer. So Silver Surfer will be my next cosmic rank up, obviously purely for prestige reasons. And then when it comes to the rest of my 6 stars, I'm not entirely sure who I want to rank up. Ghost is going to go up at some point, but again, Ghost is behind the line of Warlock, so Ghost will have to wait till I get the second tech class catalyst. And yeah, there's Captain Marvel, Unduped, Namor, Unduped. There are some good 6 stars for sure, but my biggest conundrum currently is skill and mutant class, because I have those tier 5 class catalysts and I have had them like for a bit. But if you see the skill class, I don't really have a solid rank 3 candidate at the moment. I think the best option could be, if I were forced to rank up somebody, would be take Killmonger to rank 3, but I don't really want to do it yet. So obviously hoping to dupe that Aegon. Or even at this point, I think if I were to dupe Thor Ragnarok, I would take him up to rank 3 for prestige as well. Yes, I know it's painful, but hey, what you can do about it. And when it comes to mutants, I do have Magneto, so I'm very, very interested in how that buff is going to work out. I actually have both Magnetos, but the red one is duped, so I'm very interested in how those buffs will look out. And that's why I said I might actually somewhat tiny bit regret ranking up the Domino, because I might prefer to have Magneto and somebody else ranked up. Now I do have Omega Red unduped, unfortunately, and Namor unduped, so those guys are not getting ranked either. So I'm largely kind of like waiting for that Magneto buff, and hopefully also maybe duping Namor or getting some prestige option. But currently mutant class largely looks like that. If the Magneto buff is good, I will end up taking Magneto up to rank 3, even at bad prestige, and then just wait up until time when I form another mutant TFI class catalyst, and hopefully by that time I will have had a chance to pull somebody good. Obviously, we also know that the Gambit's buff is coming, so that could be interesting, but again, Gambit's unduped. Other than that, I'm definitely quite happy with my 6-star roster at large, except for, yeah, these two classes, because for Science as 6 stars, I still have rank up options further than that. Like, I already have Human Torch that's ready to go up if need be. There is, for instance, I don't know, yeah, Luke Cage or Unduped Wasp or something like that, because Thing will take care of prestige. So yeah, I'm fine for Science for now. And what other class? Skill, we took a look already. Cosmic, I have Silver Surfer next in line for prestige. Then we have Vision Arcus or Captain Marvel movie version. I literally don't really need any other Cosmic Champions. Quite happy with what I have, and I have a Cosmic Awakening gem as well. Tech class is arguably one of the most stacked ones I have, because Warlock is waiting for TFI class Catalyst. Then I do have duped Sentinel, I do have duped Ghost, and I do have duped Hulkbuster, and the Punisher 2099 is getting a buff, and then there's Dr. Octopus, and yeah, so tech class is well off for sure. And Mystic class, I have Black Widow Clairvoyant. Now that I have ranked up Doom and he's gonna get the 6, I could take Black Widow Clairvoyant to rank 3 unduped without a problem, without question, because she's definitely well worth it. The reason why I didn't rank 3 her before was obviously the prestige. And yeah, Mystic class overall, we have duped Mephisto, Morningstar, and unduped Symbiote Supreme, Tigra, and yeah, some other gems. So I'm quite alright with Mystic. Obviously, there are quite a lot of new cool Mystics in the game that I'm missing. Sorcerer Supreme, Mojo, Longshot. But hey, definitely well happy with what I have here. So let's jump in the inventory. Check out the catalyst first. When it comes to TFIBs, obviously I'm quite depleted because I just used, I think 14? No, 11. I used 7 TFI basics on Dr. Doom because I had just freshly pulled him. So he took 7, and then Thing took 4, so yeah, I used 11, so I'm only left at 5 TFI basics. It's alright, they are coming in quite decent pace. And when it comes to TFI class catalysts, Cosmic is a bit over halfway, so that's for Silver Surfer, so it's very good. I have the Mutant and Skill, as I mentioned, without any kind of clear rank up choices. Now Mystic is again a bit over halfway, which is fine. That would be for Claire, and Tech is about at halfway. So those are kind of like the 3 most likely classes to fill. I just formed the Science one, and that was the Thing rank up. So Science obviously is not too far in, neither is Skill and Mutant, but those are the 3 classes that I have actually formed instead of pulled the Catalyst as whole. I haven't formed Mystic, Cosmic, or Tech, but I have formed Science, Mutant, and Skill already. And yeah, so that's where I'm at in terms of catalysts. If we can jump to inventory and items, and take a look here. Do we have anything interesting? How generic 5-star Awakening Gem, which is, well, not overly appealing anymore, I guess. How Cosmic Awakening Gem for 5 stars and 6 stars. How 5... 1 second. How 5 5-star Tech Awakening Gems and 1 6-star Tech Awakening Gem. 3 Mutant 5-star Awakening Gems, 1 Skill 5-star Awakening Gem, 1 Science 5-star Awakening Gem. I used the generic 6-star Awakening Gem on my Dr. Doom, purely for prestige reasons, because he's one of the highest prestige champions. He doesn't really need that Awakening ability, but hey, it's Doom. And then I used Science Awakening Gem on the Thing. And other than that, yeah, 6 stones, we have a bunch in some classes. Rank up gems, not too much left in here. I have 1 generic 1 to 2 6-star gem and 1 cosmic 1 to 2 6-star gem as well. And yeah, that's more or less kind of like it. The rest of them are not too important. When it comes to next kind of immediate rank ups, I'm actually playing about with Hulkbuster quite a bit, and I am thinking whether I should rank up Hulkbuster, and I almost did it today actually, but I figured out I'll wait till I replenish my TFI basic stash a bit more, so that's kind of quite important for me. So yeah, I will wait, and I'll try to get to like 9-10 TFI basics before I do my next rank ups, and hopefully I don't have to wait too long. But yeah, that kind of like brings it in for champions, catalysts, crystals. I think that's more or less it. Yeah, so total number of champions 732, 2540 hero base rating. Prestige is only 12,241, but as soon as I get my next rank 3 6-star, that I can kind of like sig up a bit, the prestige kind of like shoot up quite a bit, because currently I'm still having one 5-star champion in my prestige chart. But yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna get to fix that sooner rather than later. And yeah, I think that will more or less do. I don't want to stretch this out video too much. Let me know what you think, which champion should I kind of like rank up next, assuming that I have pretty much all, or well, most 5-star champions, and you saw my 6 stars as well. But yeah, that being said, this is going to be pretty much it. So you know what that means. We have Baby Yoda, and as you are being mesmerized by the beauty of this little creature, why don't you hit that like button, why don't you hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.